want to mention is that my journey with Edulastic, and I do want to call it a journey, my journey with Edulastic did start around 5 years ago when I was looking for a tool that would allow me to make my math exams more like the SBAC in order to give my students that experience. Can we go to the next slide, Lauren? And in doing that, I've learned a lot of different things. One of the things that I learned and was able to use this previous year was that Edulastic really allowed me to take tasks that I really love to do in the classroom that were based off of our curriculum. We were using the college preparatory mathematics curriculum and create digital performance tasks out of them. Providing students a variety of different question types and allowing for immediate feedback. In the video that you guys see, there's a little check answer box that allowed students to go ahead and click to see if their responses were correct. Here's another example of the drag and drop that Melissa was talking about. This one is at a 7th grade level where students are identifying which statements hold true for each type of graph in order to see which one's a proportional relationship and which one is not, and to see if they're understanding that. So really allows for that immediate feedback for students and also to check students' understanding with more than just a multiple choice question. Can we go to the next slide? And with that, with my team, my math team, something that we were really working towards is having common assessments, and not just any type of common assessment, but a rigorous common assessment. And Edulastic was allowing for that because, like Melissa showed, it automatically goes ahead and allows you to grade graphing questions, tables, equations, to break things down in order for you to really assess students' thinking with the scaffolds. And on the data side, it allows teachers to really go into the data and dig deep into the data in a quick, easy manner. We were able to go ahead and look at aggregate information per class, per question type, per subgroup, by standards. Subgroups, you have to upload some information to be able to use, but all the other ones we were really able to use and inform our teaching based on this data, amazing data that we were able to get. Can we go to the next slide? And these are some of the lessons that I learned throughout my journey with Edulastic. I am definitely not at the same point with Edulastic as I was 5 years ago. When I first started using it, I was looking for those SBAC type of tests. And I really was using the item banks and the assessments that are already created. One of the things that I've loved is that in that time, Edulastic has gone ahead and partnered with a lot of different groups and entities, including groups like the SBAC, and uploading official forms of like the SBAC recommended questions, and they're there already easy to use for me to use them as a pre-assessment, as a practice for students, or however else I need to use them. And this gives students a true opportunity to practice those digital skills on different types of online or computerized assessments before getting to that standardized assessment. Something that I saw in my classroom a lot was that some of my 7th and 8th grade students were getting some questions marked wrong because they were simply not typing things incorrectly. For example, and the one that really baffled me was some students, instead of using the letter X on the keyboard, they were using the timetable symbol from the keypad, the number keypad. And yes, that was marking their responses incorrect. During that early phases, it took a lot of time on my part to go ahead and double check that. But at the same time, it helped me see that there were learning opportunities for my students that weren't necessarily the math that they needed to have, so that they wouldn't make those mistakes when it came to the SBAC. It also helped me increase transparency with my students, because it helped me reach them where they were at, to motivate them if they needed to. I made it a practice to usually go ahead and project the live view, the live teacher view, while students were taking an assessment. So students, I did have students that would check to see if they were getting little red boxes or little green boxes or little yellow boxes, and they knew what that meant, and that helped them to go ahead and motivate them to continue to work on certain questions that they might have made a small little error on. It also, in terms of the data, helped me have better conversations that encourage growth mindset with my students, because I was able to show them their improvement, where they started off at the beginning of the year, where they ended up in the middle of the year, and also I had my students for 2 years, so where they were at the following year. And that improvement was very important for my students to see.